Peoples of the worldwide federated internet, what is good? I did it to myself again today. Started a video doing all of this talking, saying all these things. It was laid out exactly how I wanted it to lay out. I went to hit stop recording. No video. Hilarious. Today I wanted to talk about hypocrisy. And I'm going to deal with my own hypocrisy first. So when Barack Obama was president, ideologically, me and Barack Obama don't see eye to eye. He seems like an amazing dude to hang around. I have no criticisms of him as a person, but him ideologically, I don't know him as a person. I only know his political ideology. That's what I'm talking about. I wasn't rocking with his political ideology. In my opinion, it wasn't in line with our Constitution. Just my opinion. I'm allowed to have an opinion. It doesn't have to be yours, and it doesn't have to be in line with yours. But I went in a little harder on Barack Obama than I probably should have at times. But it was always ideological, right? But I gotta gotta talk about myself and lump myself into the hypocrisy. Now you have other people who go in on President Trump who personally, we don't elect religious leaders. So let me just be clear, because the first thing people are going to say is, you a Bible believing Christian. What you mean you in line with him politically? Exactly. Politically. We're talking about politics. We're not talking about religion. Right now, where politics intersect with the Bible and it disagrees, I'm going to side with the Bible every time. This is bottom line. But I'm just talking about politically, and President Trump's vision for the country, to me, is more in line with the Constitution than Barack Obama's was. My opinion, I'm allowed to have that. I don't got to agree with you. You don't got to agree with me. But the one thing I notice, especially in the private sector of things, when I look through my timeline now, granted, I had some people on my so on my timeline, let's say on my Facebook page, even on my personal Instagram page, I got people who are left leaning, super left. I got people who are super ultra right. When Barack Obama was president, I remember seeing people go in. Seeing people go in, and some of it was super greasy. But with President Trump, it is ridiculous. When I'm going through my timeline, there is a staunch difference. I know when I've got to a bunch of posts who is definitely more left leaning, because they get super duper greasy. I'm talking about like at a level that is like, wow, what the heck is going on? Some of the jokes are funny. Some of the memes are funny. And people had memes, for Barack Obama, and people talk greasy. I got to keep it 100 with you. I got to keep it funky. People talk mad greasy. But the level that it's at with President Trump is really crazy, like next level crazy. But with that being said, we got to keep it real. I'm not going to sit here and lie with you and lie to you like people wasn't going in on Barack Obama more than they should have in certain areas. If you're going to disagree with somebody ideologically, hey, I got no problem with that. You state your facts. Here's why I disagree. Here's what I believe. Here's the data that I'm citing for X, Y, and Z. This is why I align or don't align. But with President Trump, it is just like orange man bad all day long. Orange man bad. Nuts. But we're private citizens, right? There's a lot of celebrities that don't like Trump. All right, I get it. You're on a different side of the aisle ideologically. You don't agree with him. I definitely understand that. But the one thing that I will say is the level of disrespect publicly, right? There was a lot of people who were outed, right? Who had harsh criticisms of Barack Obama, and they might have had a private conversation or said something amongst a certain group, and then it came out in the open and they were shamed. But the open hatred for Donald Trump is crazy. I remember that Snoop Dogg video that came out where he had an actor depict Donald Trump, and I don't know if it was him or somebody else, whatever, shoot him in the head. I was like, yo, that's super greasy. I don't know that anything like that was done toward Barack Obama. I'm just keeping it real with you. Maybe it was and I missed it. Very possible. I can't see everything. I'm not all knowing. I'm not all seeing. But that level of disrespect is super crazy. Super crazy. But, you know, we're private citizens. We don't live in a dictatorial nation. We have a constitutional right to disagree with our government officials, no matter how harsh it is. We elect a president, not a king, right? He doesn't have, dictatorial rule over us. You have the right to, as harsh as your criticisms may be, you have a right to do that. Here's the difference. In the media, when Barack Obama was president, pretty much the only opposition network you had was Fox News, right? But other than that, everybody was pretty much on board. I'm not saying none of the other networks never criticized him. That's not what I'm saying. But it was rare and it was few and far between. You ain't really have that much criticism for Barack Obama from any one of those other alphabet networks. Now, there is one network that has anything positive to say about President Trump. And I'm surprised in the past couple weeks since we've been going through the Ronapocalypse that some of the other networks, they have had people here and there sprinkled in that said something good about the president. I'm completely shocked because for the last 3.5 years, it's been Orange Man bad all day, every day. I go through my Facebook timeline, Orange Man bad all day, every day, all kind of greasy disrespect. But now again, from private citizens, we have a right to do that. But the media, this is what's odd to me. If you watch these press briefings, there's a certain level of respect that a reporter should have. Now, I need to go back because I'm not gonna even hold you. I didn't watch the President Obama's press briefings like that, right? But I don't remember the press briefings that I did watch. I don't remember the reporters being as disrespectful as these reporters are now. And this is what I mean. You're a reporter. You ask the president a question. Mr. President, you said X. Can you explain? The president starts to explain. When you don't like the explanation, you start interrupting him. Well, no, but it's like, bro, what? The press briefing yesterday, President Trump said something and there was some reporter in the back. I can't remember the guy. And because everybody's up in arms about reporters being kicked out, which I believe reporters should be allowed to be kicked out. If you're going to be disrespectful and not allow people to get their questions off, or you're not going to allow the president or whoever up there else is up there to answer your questions, you should be kicked out. You asked the question. I'm answering your question. Shut up and let me answer. Get out. But the president said, you know what? I can leave and you can take this out with the rest of these people if that's how you want to do this. Think what you want about him. I think that was a classy move. Again, understand, I am not saying President Trump is a moral man, like he's some kind of moral authority. We don't elect a religious leader. We elect a president to run the government, to be the head of the government. But the level of disrespect from the media is super greasy, and it's all day. I don't remember this being the case with Barack Obama. Look, when President Obama was in office, Fox News definitely gave him the business. I'll have to look back at some clips. Maybe they were super disrespectful and greasy, but that's one network. You have almost every single news network across the globe and almost every newspaper across the globe all in lockstep. Orange Man bad. Yo, that's nuts, man. Objectivity is gone. I know you got some people out there who are super Trumpers. He can do no wrong. And I'm not gonna even hold you. Some of these people, it's almost like religious worship. Like, y'all need to fall back. Y'all need to fall back. I like him politically. I like his political ideals. I think they're more in line with the Constitution. But some of y'all worshiping a dude need to fall back. Just my opinion. There's people I follow who I believe are objective, right? They definitely, well, I'm not going to say all of them. Some of them definitely support the president. But when he does something that's off the cuff, they like, yo, nah, I'm not rocking with that. My boy Montega, New Right Party. Tony X, look him up. Look him up on YouTube, New Right Party. Look him up on Instagram, Montega. Now, I will forewarn you. This is my guy. He is not me. We both from Brooklyn, have similar stories. We took different lanes. He's a street dude. I will admonish you, if you're going to follow my guy and you're going to get extra disrespectful, he might just pop up on you in the streets. I would approach with caution. He's not me. I'm not saying he can't be touched. I'm not saying he's some kind of super gangster that can never be touched, but I'm just letting you know. I give you some forewarning. He is not me. We got different approaches, but that's my guy. Politically, I think he's a lot smarter than me. He knows a lot more about a lot more things than I do. But I have heard him criticize the president, and he is definitely a Trump supporter all the way. But I've heard him, yo, this was done. Nah, this ain't right. We need to clean this up, or we need to do this, or we need to do that. Like the other day, he was going in. There's a lot of, I'm gonna tell you, I'm about to lose some people right here. There's a lot of you people. I say you people. There's a lot of people who are just willing to sing the praises of police officers no matter what. Blue is always right no matter what. And there's a lot of things going on right now with some of these police officers that's super shady. My guy Montego was talking about that yesterday. Again, other people I follow, the amazing Lucas. I wouldn't necessarily call him a Trump supporter, but he's not a Trump hater. He's kind of like me. I wouldn't say I don't support the president. As ideologically and politically, I think he's more in line with the Constitution, and I'm all the way 100% on board with that. But I'm not worshiping the guy, right? And I think that's what some people do. I think it's kind of creepy. Just my opinion. My boy Voss from Grow the Heck Up, very objective. He kind of started, I would say, similar to me. I was not a Trump hater, but I wasn't rocking with Trump from the start. Not at all. But when I began to see the media say certain things, and look, I'm a digger, I'm a researcher, and I begin to look into some of the accusations, and I begin to find out that, wait a minute, that's actually not true. Here's what Donald Trump actually said, and I kind of agree with what he said. So what's the problem here? So I think Voss is kind of like that, kind of changed his mind. Like, yo, I'm not worshiping the dude, but the accusations and the things that y'all are lobbing at this dude, crazy, right? People that are objective. There's another guy I follow who's actually a lefty, Tim Pool. Good guy to listen to. Don't always agree with him, but this is a guy who's center left that can be objective. Where is the objectivity right now with Trump? And I think there's a huge hypocritical discrepancy behind how President Obama was handled and how President Trump is handled. Again, that is not to say that there's not people who went in super heavy on Barack Obama unwarranted, that just lobbed attacks that were just like, come on, man. But there's on this side now that we're in the presidency of Donald Trump, it is super crazy. People, he can do something. I've watched people do this. I've watched the mental gymnastics. The president can do something that's definitely 100% right. And I've watched people, because they hate him so much, the mental gymnastics they play to try to interweave how he was wrong about something. It's like, bro, you killing me. Y'all bugging all the way. That's my thoughts for the day. That's what I got to say. Stay frosty, people.